Here we are, getting ready for our third year at Road Atlanta, and coming through the gate, it's just as special the third year. It's probably even sweeter.
This was my first experience to out-of-town track. I've never gone anywhere besides our local track in Utah, so I didn't really know what to expect. You know, I'm a rookie, and I was really excited. It was the opportunity of a lifetime, and what more could I ask for? I never thought I'd drive that track outside of a video game. It was a pretty special experience.
We get there in time for test day, and we had the morning to kind of spend some time and get the car figured out, and rolled it out of the hauler, got it on track, and it began. And where we thought we were going to end up and where we're hoping we were going to end up changed pretty quickly as each time we went out, the car got progressively worse and worse and worse. And we knew we had some big issues to try to address at that point. And pretty much first day was just a bunch of time creating problems. As we proceeded to throw away our first test day with the GTR, we had Vince out there turning lap after lap after lap.
The first day, I got to admit, I was pretty terrified, to say the least. I've gotten some time in on the simulator here, and it barely prepares you to get onto that track. I mean, the elevation changes and the intense downhill from under the bridge there, I mean, I needed a lot more practice than I got on the first day.
It was good to see one of us out there making some progress, and he went quicker just about every single session he made it out. And we continued to bang our heads against the wall with the GTR as we really chased our ass. Friday morning, it's testing the car, chasing suspected issues and looking throughout the car, whether it was tune, hard parts, whatever it was, we were looking for the issue. Without any real progress, the day was down the toilet. It was a day of chasing the wrong issues, and the GTR was on the sidelines. I don't think we turned anything reasonably close to a real lap, but we had Vince out there, and he was turning them.
After the first, I'd say 5-6 laps around the track, I sort of got a feel for it, and I got a little bit more comfortable, and I could take certain spots a little faster. My fast lap of the whole weekend, I finally said, you know what, I'm going to go for it and see what happens, and I went as hard as I could, and I shocked everybody with my final time. I was not expecting to have anywhere close to that good of a time, and I've never had that much fun and on a track anywhere else, and it truly was a special experience.
Kind of jealous all the laps he was getting put in, but you know, being first timer there, it was necessary for him to find that speed. That car ran pretty much flawless.
So I mean, after each session, I'd probably go 5, 6, 8 laps per session, and I'd come in and I'd see these guys working on the car, and I mean, I was helpless, you know. There were 4 or 5 guys working on the car, and here I come in and my car just was running, you know. I had nothing to do, and I felt bad just sitting there watching them working on this thing, having issues.
And we just worked and worked and worked. We had all hands on deck just trying to get a single lap out of this thing. Found out we had a tear in some wastegates that was causing some issues that couldn't be corrected through tuning. So part of this process, we had a guy named Phil Laird, our Motec guy from Australia, quite a character. It was a huge shift in the team dynamic. He's got some language they use down in Australia, and it's not super acceptable here in the States, but it's humorous nonetheless. And we had to be quite careful what we said on the live stream. And
just make sure the plumbing's from those other boost pipes. No, just the wires. Which wires, Phil? The wires on the boost pipes and the throttle bodies.
It was kind of a joke, but we couldn't really change who we are and what we talk about in the pits. It's raw emotion. It's you're in the heat of the moment. Some words fly, and it's definitely not a child-friendly live stream to try and view with the family. Saturday, the final day. Only a few sessions remain, and we found definite issues the day before. We knew that all the issues we'd been chasing kind of stemmed from one place. We were gonna push as hard as we could to get this car going faster each session, and that's what we did. Boom, new track record. It was done relatively easy, and we knew we had more in it. We were just getting started, so it was a huge sense of relief. Everybody on the team got a second wave of energy after being kind of down in the dumps the last couple days, and we regrouped, knew we had more, and got started. GST, new track record. LYFE, new track record. And we went blow for blow, both cars having issues. Neither of us were 100%, but enough to reset the track record. So we were both working really hard to try and come away with that overall win. And I knew it wasn't over, just because we had it at that point. GST's a well-seasoned team, talented group of guys, and it wasn't over. You know, that was just 2 sessions remaining, and either of us could have done it. And they got to work the next session and went even quicker. And we knew we had to make something happen. So pushed a little bit harder that next session, knew we had one more, and went for the win. The car was fast. It was wicked fast. It was the fastest that I've ever gone in that car, straight line wise, and it was really strong. And I was driving better. I had a better feel for the car, and the car was really strong. And it let me down. It was a mechanical failure.
To my
lovely wife, Ashley, I love you. Thanks for letting me do this stuff. To my little girl, Ellie, I love you. To all my friends and family watching, wish I could have got it this year, but we'll just have to try harder.
We put in an honest effort. We did some battle. Track record changed hands a couple times, and we were left sitting second spot on the podium, and it was a really good place to be, but it was a bit painful knowing we had a championship winning car, essentially, and came home with a second. So that's where we ended up, and it's just more fire for us to get back next year and do battle with those guys again, and hopefully some other teams, and hopefully we're all fighting for the track record again next year.
I was glad to see them finally get it together on the last day and make a really fast lap and hold that track record for a little bit. It was pretty cool to be part of that team.
Second place, car number 23, LYFE Motorsports, Nissan GTR, Mr. Cole Powelson with the 121.258.
The fact that we got to go down there and run and be a part of that and battle back and forth for the track record is something I'll never forget. Having Vince down there with us for his first time, looking at his face when he looked at under the bridge going down the hill and thought, holy crap, I have to drive down that. It's priceless.
My whole experience was better than I had ever planned for or had imagined. Getting to drive on a track like this I never thought was even possible. So being with a great group of guys who brought me along, and with a car that ran the whole time, I'd say I got 75 laps, which is a lot for time attack. And I really can't thank the guys enough for bringing me along, and it was truly something I'll remember for the rest of my life.